If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Oh well. Moving on. Let's get to some playing. I want my little woodland creatures to duel! What up, everybody? So tonight, it's just me, solo, playing some games. Playing, not just some games, Root! And we're going to play solo because Aubrey is sick and Beth still doesn't feel good. And technically, I still don't feel very good either, but I'm going to play anyways because I promised we'd play. So tonight, we're going to play Root solo. Tomorrow we're going to play Root 4 players, and Thursday we'll play Root 2 players with me and Beth. Thursday or Friday, we'll play that one by ear, but it'll be this week, I promise. So, with that, I do need to say up front, I have only played this game once and it wasn't all the way through. However, I was playing all 4 characters trying to learn it. And I don't know how this mechanical marquise works for playing solo, so we're going to learn that tonight. But let's go over Root a little bit. So in Root, if you've ever played, Root is by Leader Games, and if you've ever played Vast, it has a very similar feel to Vast. Every character, so the base comes with, that's not the base, let's see. I've got so many boxes floating around. So the base comes with 4 characters. It comes with the Vagabond, the Woodland Alliance, the Marquise the Cat, I might be saying that wrong, and the Eerie Dynasty. These are your birds. And everybody has a different objective. So the Marquise, everybody has the same objective, I should say. Everybody has a different way of accomplishing the same objectives. So for example, Marquise the Cat, he scores victory points by building buildings all over the board. And he does that by spending wood. And to make wood, you use the sawmill. And then you use the workshop to build stuff. And then you also have to recruit people using this bottom row of stuff. So that way you can battle and defend yourself because you can only build in places that you have control over. Marquis de Cat. Thank you. He's probably my favorite of the players I played last night. He's basically the easiest, the simplest, most straightforward of all of the characters. But tonight we will be playing with Mechanical Marquis because we're going to play solo. I did also really like the Eerie. In fact, I'm pretty sure we're going to end up giving the Eerie to Puck because I feel like the Eerie was one of the easiest players to play as. Marquis, I felt like it was the easiest to kind of control the board and understand what you need to do, but I feel like the Eerie was really one of the easiest characters, and that's who I'm going to be playing as tonight. It does have that interesting mechanic of like that programming mechanic of putting stuff on the top of the board. So when you're playing a 2-player game, they recommend starting with those 2. And like I said, I'm going to be playing Eerie against Marquis in the solo, which is what the book recommends. Now this game comes with a ton of books. So it comes with this Learn to Play book, which is really nice. It kind of walks you through what each of the characters does in the setup. It also comes with this first 2 turns to go through the walkthrough. It comes with this special walkthrough setup card for each of the characters to show you how to set up each character and where you should take for your first cards. I'm not going to do that because I think I kind of understand it enough. I don't need to do that. Every character comes with those. It also comes with this paper explaining to you how the rules work. And then it also comes with the Law of Root, which goes quite a bit deeper into some of the rules. Some of the rules are basically kind of just spelled out for you, in this book. This book gets you by for probably about 85% of the questions you have. The boards themselves pretty much have everything that you need to know on them. If it's not in here, if it's not on this board, you're probably not going to find it in this book. And even when you go to the Law of the Root, most of these rules still clarify what this is. And so I guess it's just kind of understanding the game. Once you understand the laws of the game, then you kind of can understand what any rule on this board means without ever having to look to the book to understand what that rule is. I don't know if I'm going to be any good at that. I'm still learning. What else? So the Woodland Alliance, when you play with them, they spread, what do they call it? They have like sympathy. They spread sympathy to the different regions, and then you can have revolts in that region to help take over control of it. You also get officers, so it's like they're like this weird, almost passive-aggressive military people. And then I think my actual favorite character, but the one you really only ever play with in a 4-player is the Vagabond. And the Vagabond doesn't have any pieces like the other. Like the other players all have handfuls of pieces that you're trying to spread across the board. The Vagabond is just a single person, and he has specific objectives, and that's how he scores goals. And he can move in not only through the different clearings, but he can move into the forest to hide from everybody and jump across the board in interesting ways because he has that ability to hide in the forest. Now I also have the expansion which comes with the Lizard Cult. I have no clue how that works. Sounds cool though. They have really cool pieces. There's a second Vagabond, so when you're playing a 6-player game, you can have 2 Vagabonds, and they can work together, they can work against each other, they can team up. In fact, Vagabonds have the ability, well, anybody has the ability to do a dominance, but Vagabonds, since they only have a single person, then they have to team up with somebody, meaning 2 people can win the game by controlling 2 corners of the board and playing a dominance card after you have 10 points. So 2 Vagabonds can actually be pretty dangerous with that combination, I think. I don't know. I was finding last night that I was having no problems scoring points with the Vagabond because he's got this ability with his satchel and all of his cards, all of his little actions that he can take, and he can do so much every turn as long as you haven't taken any damage. So I think Peter G. Evans mentioned on the Hack Tabletop community to make sure no matter what, try to deal damage to the Vagabond because dealing damage to the Vagabond takes all of his actions away from him and really, really weakens him. Otherwise, he's pretty OP. I don't know which one went with what. I don't think it matters. I know the colors are a little bit different. I'm just going to set them over here. I'm probably going to end up merging everything into one box anyways. So, let's get into setting up what we're playing tonight. So, on the back of the board, so this is the Eerie. The Eerie works with these guys. They're the Lords of the Forest. They're like the Hawks. And they have this ability that you'll draw cards and you'll place them into these different actions: recruiting, move, battle, build. And you'll also have a leader which will specify what you're going to do. Let's select our leader right now. Is it these? Yes. So I'm going to randomly select one of the leaders. And I have the Builder. Ignore your disdain for trade when you craft. So your leader will go right here, and then he'll tell you on the side, move and recruit. So you get these first 2 cards. Any bird card is always considered a wild when you look at the different spaces. The rabbit, the fox, or the mouse. Bird cards are wild. And so this tells me I'm going to put one in move and one in recruit, which means I can almost always recruit and move in the same or to any place on the board that I have some form of presence. So I'm going to move these over here for now. And then let me go over the setup. The back of the board tells you the setup for your character. 1, 2, 3. It's very well laid out. It also gives you some info on your character and kind of a way to win, as well as like the complexity and stuff like that. It's very similar to Vast if you've played Vast. So let's see. So this says, place 6 of my warriors on one roost in the corner clearing diagonally opposite to the clearing with the keep of the marquee, which I'm assuming I'm going to put up here. So I'm going to place 6 of my pieces down here and 1 roost, which is these tokens. Also place my victory point marker on 0. I'm going to move my pieces over here. I chose the leader already. I flipped my board, and I'm going to place my 2 loyal visors under the decree that they go with. So with that, we're ready to go with him. Move these over, put my guy back. Again, you have 4 different overview cards that you can follow for if you have questions about the game. Actually, no, it's the same. There are 4 different cards. I guess everybody gets one, so that way you can kind of see what other players are trying to do and what their abilities are. So there are overview cards. Let's see. Marquise the Cat. Now this, I think I have to refer to the book because of all the pieces, this one is the exact same on each side. I don't think I see a difference. Oh wait, you know what? I do see a difference. So this side has the animal pictures on it, and this side does not. That's because the board, if I can flip it, is double-sided with a winter side. And the winter side doesn't have types. You randomize them with some tokens that are in the box. So you can make a completely random game versus this fixed game. As if it wasn't already enough random as it is, with every character playing their own game. So, flip this. It needs to be on this side with these pictures. Now what? Setup. Choose a faction, choose factions, and give the Marquise a random seating position. He'll sit here, I'll sit there, we'll just... in fact, I might move him over here. He doesn't have a lot, and I need room for rule books. This game does take up a fair amount of real estate. Not quite as much as Vast, but it does take up a fair amount of real estate. Then, one player sitting near the marquee will be responsible for setting it up and playing its turns. The rest of the rules are written from the perspective of this player. Deal cards. Oh, I did not get my cards for my other guy. Everybody always starts with 3 cards. I think. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Oh well. Put those there. This is his. These are mine. Before shuffling the deck, before shuffling the deck, Winterside would be nice for visibility. There's not as much going on. The little spots are far more visible. So remove 4 spy cards. Remove the 4 dominance cards. There's 2 dominance cards, 3 dominance cards. Oh, you know what? I should probably look at the cards I dealed out. Nope. Oh, boop-a-doo. This card's upside down. Oh my gosh, so are like half of these. Let's flip this whole deck. Oh, there we go. Dominance. So that's the 4 dominance cards. Not 3. Oh. And add the 4 spy cards. Okay, so that must be part of the expansion. It is. I can see them right on top. Look at this. Haven't even got started with this set yet. So we have 4 spy cards. Boom. These are more vagabond cards, and here are the overview cards for the lizard cult. Just stick all this stuff over here. Don't need it. Now let's just randomly throw these in there. Draw 5 cards, not 3, for Marquis the Cat. Place these 5 cards in a row on the stand. Ooh, what up, Roo? I'm playing solo. This should be right up your alley. Alright, so he's going to get 5 cards, and we place them in this nice stand that came with the Riverfolk expansion. Which, if you did want to play this solo Ruger, you will have to get the River Folk expansion. Alright, so now we can place the 5 cards. Do we place them facing ourselves? Like so. Look at that. Amazing. It's amazing. Alright, so we got our cards. He happens to have a whole lot of mice, and I just shuffled this. I played yesterday. Reminds you of Age of Empire. Maybe. Have you played this yet? It reminds me of Vast, but I can kind of see a bit of an Age of Empires because you are doing a lot of fighting and control for spaces. So that only players can see, place these 5 cards in a row on the stand so the players can only see the cards' backs. This is the Mechanical Marquee's schedule order. Whoops, I've already seen them. We're just going to turn these around. Haha. Now if you guys look carefully over here, you might see one of them. Ah, the board art, yes. It's a good example of what, it's pretty good. I feel like Dragoon is one of those games that the art is fantastic for the game, but it's super simple. Like, you don't have to be a good artist to have done that art. So it's a good use of simple art to make something feel classy and elegant. And this almost has a very similar feel. It kind of reminds me of like the old Winnie the Pooh books from way back in the day when I was like super tiny. This is the 100,000 acre woods. Alright, so the marquee is set up. Schedule of orders. Take from the supply. Where is my supply? I think this is it. The setup for this game took me a while last night, too. Granted, I was playing 4 different players, but still, there's a lot that goes on with this game. I'm not playing with the Vagabond, so I don't think I need to set up. I don't know what I have to set up. Somebody help me out here. Somebody walk me through setup. Alright, so I know that there's little R's and you're supposed to put these ruin tokens over the top of them. If you're playing with the Vagabond, there are some of these that have a little R on them, and you also hide them underneath the ruins. And that way, as you're the Vagabond going around the board, you can search for these items and gain their abilities. Make item supply. Take the knife, the boot, the package, and from the supply, and place them in the item slot for sale on the Get out, dogs! Oh, I see what it's saying. So we'll do this one. The starting ones all go up here. They have a little S on them. This one has an S, but I don't see where it goes. I'm just gonna ignore it for the moment. S. There's that item. He's a bag of money. The kettle. And what am I missing? The boot. Missing a boot. Boot. So now we need to finish stacking up all of this stuff. I feel like I'm missing pieces here. I thought all of these had S's on them. Yeah, fair warning, I have no clue what I'm doing. This is going to be an interesting night. That has an R. I felt like I did this different last night. Where's the regular setup? Do we still do regular setup for this? Anyways, I got him. I'll come back to regular setup in a minute. First, it's you do these with their specific setup. So choose faction. Set scores to 0. Let me get all of his pieces out. Victory point. Boom. We'll put him on top because he's probably going to be the first one to score. Yeah, that's what I thought too. But I have some that have S's and there's no spots for them. And then I have some that I'm missing the S for. I have tokens with, like, this doesn't have an S. This one has an R, and that was for a ruin. All the R's are ruin tokens when you're playing with the guy. This S, I don't know where this S one went. There should have been enough to fill up this whole top board here. Unless, there's more on this. I haven't set up this board yet. So much. There's so much to do here. Deal cards. We dealt our 3, but he gets dealt 5, and that was after we changed them. So now I can deal 3 cards to my the Eerie Dynasty. 4. Place the ruins. We did that. Make a supply. Gather the 12 chips. The 12 item chips shown to the right. We got that. And we have this. Well, I'm missing a boot. Oh, you know what? I know what I'm doing wrong. I don't think I'm supposed to use the ones with the S. I'm just supposed to use the regular ones. So then he would get a one with an S. Because those are his starting items. Now now I have enough. S, S. Boom, there we go. There's enough pieces now. Alright, let's move all this crap because we don't need any of it. Yay! Root! What up, Corrupt? I like saying that, that's fun. This game is called Root. It is a very asymmetric game. Every single character is basically playing a different game on the same board, and you're just getting in their way, or they're trying to prevent you from doing what you're trying to do. It's very similar to the last big game that Leader Games came out with, which was Vast. And in that one, the board was a cave, and the cave was a player. Alright, back to the setup. 5, make the supply pile. Did that. 6, gather other hand pieces. Good, we're way ahead of you. 7, follow the marquee rule for faction setup. Ignore steps 4 and 5. The marquee does not use the marquee's buildings. Okay, so I need the marquee's regular board because this is where the setup is. Except for we're ignoring rules 4 and 5. 5, I guess I don't need this. I could just use his little card. This. The setup walkthrough. So, place the keep. This is the keep. It's a little castle, if you didn't know what a keep was. On one of the clearings in the top, and a sawmill, which his buildings all go in these little squares. I don't know, somebody needs to help me out here. Do the roosts go in these squares? I don't think that they do, because I've seen them out like this. Same with the Alliance's little bases. I think the only thing that goes in these squares are the Marquis buildings. Yes? Top left. Anyways, back to setup while somebody types. I know there is a delay, and I'm not going to sit here and wait. Place one warrior in each clearing, except diagonally adjacent. That's this diagonally opposite from the keep, because they're kind of trying to move through the board like this. So we got these little. These are our little marquee tokens. And we put one everywhere but here where I have started. That's my character. Alright, so what else do we do for them? I just lost my card. Oh, here it is. It blends in. Place one workshop in Recruiter on the map as shown on the walkthrough worksheet. So, for those of you who have just joined us, this game does come with a walkthrough for your first game. I played this last night. I played all 4 characters, kind of following this. I did the 2 turns. It comes with a turn 1 and a turn 2. By turn 2, and no joke, you've kind of hit almost all of the basic rules of the game. It does feel like as soon as you're done with this list, you're just like, what do I do? And you know what you can do, but you don't exactly know what you should do, if that makes sense. And so I'm going to follow this for setup, where he set up his, so he put this is the recruit token down here, and this put the, whatever that token is there, build, whatever you use for build. Alright. So he is set up. I can get rid of all of these building tokens. Oh, ha! Hold on. Where'd his? I keep losing it. It disappears right in front of me. Ignores steps 4 and 5. Let me look at the back of his thing. Maybe his are in different order. It just says 4. So I guess he still gets the sawmill, the workshop, and the recruiter. But what I don't do is I don't set up all the buildings in here. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Oh well. Moving on. Let's get to some playing. I want my little woodland creatures to duel! Alright. And then we already have our 5 cards, because we did that step early on accident. Alright, now I set up my faction. I've already done all of that. And I've got my cards. So, I guess I'm ready to go here. So now, the game, each turn consists of 3 phases. They call it the birdsong phase, daylight, and evening. Typically, birdsong is kind of like roost, go in the squares. I checked Board Game Geek, roost, go in the squares. So they do go in the squares. I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense. Okay. It does make sense. I was just looking on the rules and stuff, and nowhere did it say, there was very specific points in the game when it says that there can only be, placed into a building slot, if an available building slot, or removed from a building slot. But it never really said that on roosts or the alliance bases. So, let's see. Now we're going back to our Marquis the Cat. So, the game, like I said, gameplay, the birdsong phase is kind of you're getting ready for your turn. Then daylight is you taking your turn. And in my case, the daylight phase, it happens kind of mechanically because of the Erie's programming feel that they have. If you look up in the top corner above me, you can see there's recruit, move, battle, build, and they'll happen in order, and they can happen in locations that you have cards for. Birds, again, are wild. So these recruit and move can happen anywhere that I currently have people, or currently have a roost. I may have to flip this upside down. I put it so you guys could kind of see it. I need to read. I don't know what I'm doing enough to be able to play upside down yet. but I will talk you through it verbally. You can experience the game via my voice. It's a terrifying thought. Okay, so who goes first? Is it me or is it the Marquise? I don't feel like this ever said who goes first. The mechanical player is automatically played. That can be used in two ways. First, in a human multiplayer competitive, or second, with a couple of rule changes, it can be a cooperative game for 1 to 4 players. That's what we're doing. See page 8. The mechanical starts the game with 3 more victory points. So he starts the game with 3 victory points. Thanks, Ruguru. But each player will start with 1 crafted item from their final play area of the last game. Oh, that's the cooperative campaign. Solo, if you're playing alone against the Marquis, remove the favor of the fox, favor of the rabbit, and favor of the mice from the deck. Damn it, I wish it would tell me these things all in one place. He doesn't have any, does he? No. Okay. So we gotta go through our deck. We need the favor of... I don't know what I'm looking for. Visit a friend. Arms, something. Brutal, something. Oh, favor of the mice. Found one. So now we're looking for favor of the fox and favor of the rabbit. Favors of the rabbit. And the fox. I didn't see the fox. Let's try this again. Now that I know what I'm looking for. And I know it's going to be on a fox card because why wouldn't it be? Found it. Alright. So the favor cards are out. Put those over here with all the other cards we removed. Do a quick shuffle. Alright, the Marquise recruits in all clearings matching the suit of the crafting card regardless of the rule. Good to know. Alright, back to the Marquis. Who goes first? I feel like he's supposed to go first. Yes, remove all enemy pieces in fox clearings, then discard. So yeah. But you have to own 3 other fox clearings for that to work. Get out from under my feet. Go. Go on. Go. Mocha, go. Dumb dogs. Dogs are dumb. Actually, dogs are pretty awesome. Cats are dumb. Cats aren't dumb. Cats are really smart, but it's dumb because they're so smart, and then they are just assholes. But I get that. I'm an asshole. Alright. Does anybody know who goes first? I really need to understand. I really need to know that one. Does it always go Marquis, Erie, whatever, Alliance? Or is that just something that the rules set up for the first game because that made more sense? Okay, I like that. I don't care what the rules actually say, Ruguru, I'm gonna go first. So, in mine, I have the birdsong phase. It says, first, if your hand is empty, draw 1. My hand is not empty, I have 3. Then it says, 2, add 1 or 2 decrees, 1 or 2 cards to the decree. So the decree is this track up here at the top where you have your different movements. And there's no limit to the number of cards or the type of cards that exist. Because the type of cards tell me what I do when I resolve this. So if I recruit, because I have a bird over here right now, that means I can recruit anywhere that I have a roost, I think. Yeah, anywhere in a matching clearing with a roost. So I have a roost down here and a rabbit. So if I put more rabbits in recruit, I can recruit more rabbits or more people to this location. It's not necessarily what I want to do. I kind of want to move over here, take control of start getting control of the board, and then because it's a bird cards are wild, so that counts. You can see there's a little mouse down here on the bottom. There's a rabbit here. There's a fox. Those are the 3 different types of locations that you have. In your cards, you have cards that have those different types. You have bird, mouse, rabbit, or fox, and then there's a yellow card somewhere around here, one of these, that is the rabbit. And so whenever you're placing these cards in your actions, whatever they are, specify where you can do that stuff. So whenever you move, you can only move from a location with that matching color. And the more cards you add into your decree, the more actions you can take as you're playing through the game. I lost all the people. Bird is the word. I lost all the people now that I'm actually playing the game and explaining the rules. It took so long to set the damn game up. But it's well worth the effort to try to learn it. And I think, as Peter was saying earlier, I think as you play this a couple of times, you don't even have to play as different characters, but you have to play with different boards. So like against other players, I think you'll really start to understand the strategy of who is what, and it's going to be one of those games that the strategy on this is going to be rather deep. Okay, so now I need to decide what I'm going to do. I can place 1 or 2 cards in the decree, but I may only add, if I'm adding a bird, only 1 card may be added. So I'm actually going to add the bird to the build, and that's the only thing I can do because I used a wild card instead of 2 non-wild cards. If you have no roosts, then you get to place 3 new roosts. So now my next phase is the daylight, and I get to, it says craft using roosts. I don't remember what crafting is, so I'm going to pull up the book. The book is sometimes helpful. These boards have so much information on them that you almost never need to go to the book, but I don't exactly remember what crafting is. You may craft any number of cards using... Oh, when you craft using roosts, on the cards in the bottom corner, there's these little pictures that have a different creature in there. So like both of these cards have foxes. So to gain this ability to craft that, I have to have a roost in a fox location. I do not. I have a roost in a rabbit location. But since I know I have these cards in my hand, I'm going to skip my first step, and I'm going to use the resolve the decree, which is recruit. So I get to recruit 1 in any type of location I have a roost. I only have the rabbit, so I'm going to place 1 guy there. Now I get to move. And I can move from a clearing that matches my cards. I only have 1 card and it's a bird, so it's wild. So I can move from anywhere, like my rabbit. So I'm going to move from my rabbit up here. Now, it doesn't specify how many you can move. That's not 2 birds. Oh, I guess I can only move 1 bird because I only have 1 card? No, I can move from a matching clearing. Only 1 bird can be added, but you could still do 2 if I want. How could I add... Oh, I can do 2 cards. Okay, so I can do 2 cards, but only 1 card could be a bird card. I'm with you now. Alarthame? I'm terrible with names, fair warning. But thanks for coming and hanging out. So yeah, I'm actually going to hold on to these though because I kind of want to create them, I think. Besides gaining victory points, which I desperately need, what do I get to use these crafted items for further in the game? When crafting items, you score disdain for trade. When crafting items, you score only 1 victory point. So does that mean that even though this card would give me +2, I only get +1 for the disdain for trade? And so I'm gonna move 1 because my character has a rule called the Lords of the Forest, which means that I can rule any clearing, which means I have the most presence, where I'm tied for presence. And so I have one here, and he has one, so I actually rule this. So that means that on my last step I can build, and I can place one there. Now, the question was, how many characters can I move? I can move any number of people during my move action. I can just only move them from a location that has a matching clearing, which in this case it's a bird, so it's one of my loyal advisors, so it's wild, so I can move any number of birds from here to here. Is that correct? The rules never fully, it just says move at least one warrior. I kind of took that as any number as long as I move one person. So if I had 3 cards there, would I have to move at least one person from a location that matches that color? So say I put this mouse there, I would have to move one from here, and if I couldn't, that's when the turmoil would kick in. From a 2 or... Gotcha. Okay. So then, for my movement then, it might be a good idea to try to reserve only bird cards for that. Because if I can't move because he fought me here, and in fact, just to be on the safe side, I'm going to move some more guys over here. So I'm going to leave them there. Because if he takes over control of that spot and kills me, I won't have anything to move if I had a fox card there. And every action is every card. So I have the 4 decrees, and each decree has each card's worth of actions. Okay, so then evening phase. Score victory points for the... Oh, whoops. I forgot to set up my board. So now I score victory points for however many I've exposed. So it says +1, so I gain 1 victory point. Then I get to draw 1 card, plus however many I have exposed. I don't have any additional card draws exposed yet. So I draw 1, perfect. It's a fox. Alright. Mechanical Marquee! Okay, so he says, let's flip rules again. Score 2 victory points per clearing you rule where you have at least 3 warriors. So that doesn't happen yet. Then it says, reveal next card in order. We have a mouse. First, battle in clearing order, matching the card. There's no battles on the table, so we're good there. I'm going to need to move some stuff around. I'm going to have to... This is going to be my battle zone over here to the side. You can't see. You can kind of see my fingers, but this is going to be... This is where it's all going to go down. Bam! Defender is the player with the most pieces and their most victory points. Well... Oh, I only battle where I have a card. That was a mouse. We're good there. Seems easy. In clearings matching the card. Move all but 3 of your warriors from clearings matching... Hold on, I gotta read this one up in my head first. Okay, so... On this, there's numbering, and this is going to be difficult because it's upside down. I'm going to have to flip this for a second. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this, and I'm going to take a picture with my phone. So that way, I don't have to play with this thing flipped. Smart. Alright. Because I can read numbers upside down, just not words. Okay, so move all but 3 of your warriors from clearings matching the order card following the clearing priority. So does that mean that there has to be 3 warriors there first? Starting with the clearing with the lowest number in the lowest number of the priority, which is 1, 2. So this one actually is supposed to move because it's a mouse and we have a mouse card. Going from the clearings, you rule with 4 or more warriors. Okay, so I don't do anything yet because I don't have 4 or more warriors on the board. For each move, move all your warriors except for 3 from the origin clearing, and the destination is adjacent to a clearing with the most pieces. Then the tied clearing with the lowest number in the clearing checkbox, clearing priority box. Okay, so I don't think I do anything there either because I don't have 3 guys anywhere. So recruit. Place warriors in a clearing with your rule based on the on the craft cost. What? Oh, craft cost. So it's 1. So 0 to 1. Place 1 to 3 warriors cost in each clearing you rule of the suit. Oh, I got it. Gotcha. So each clearing I'm going to place 1 guy, each mouse clearing. So he gets 1. I can see how this can get out of control really quick. He gets 1. He gets 1. Because there's a 1 in this bottom corner. That's how many, and that's where and how many I place. Then this gets discarded. If the order card has no crafting cost, restart this process. Oh, that makes sense. Does that mean you would battle again and move again? Or would you catch that it doesn't have that cost first? Because that also could be kind of an FU. An FU move. Continue until you reveal any order cards with a crafting cost or you run out of order cards. Then, draw cards to fill the scheduler up to 5. So we'll scoot everybody down. And we'll draw a new card. I won't look at it. Oh, I saw it. I know it's green. Or blue. It's probably blue. Cheating! Alright, so that's its turn. That seems fairly simple. Almost too simple. What's some of his stuff? Ambush cards cannot be played against him. Okay. Poor manual dexterity. He has no hand cards and cannot discard. So if a player is prompted to take a card from the marquee, draw a new card instead. Okay, fair enough. Objective. Every player must score 30 points before the marquee does. In Birdsong, the marquee also scores +1 per player. Oh. +1 per player. I don't understand that one. I'm not going to play that rule because I'm not playing cooperative, I'm playing solo. And that's the campaign rule. Anyways, my turn. Let's see what I'm going to do. So, Birdsong. If your hand is empty, draw 1. I have plenty of cards. How could my hand be empty? I guess if somebody stole cards from me. 2. Add 1 or 2 cards to the decree. So, let's see what I'm going to do here. I think I can battle in that location, but I have to be careful because if I battle, if I put this in the battle slot and I can't do it, in the future I have turmoil effects where I lose victory points for not being able to complete my actions. But I'm going to place it there anyways because I want to fight this guy. And let's see. I'm going to keep these 2 cards. So now, Birdsong phase is done. Bird crafting. craft cards. I can actually craft both of these cards. Craft using roosts. Both of these cards cost 1 fox. I have 1 fox that I control the roost and the power. So I'm going to craft both of these. And I believe that's actually only 2 victory points, even though the anvil would have given me +2. But my guy has this, says disdain for trade. When crafting items, you only score +1. So I score 2 victory points. We're off. Now I get those from here. I crafted this and a crossbow. I don't know what these are good for your guy when you're just playing single player like this. I know that the Vagabond in a 4-player game can take them from you, and that's how he does his actions. But I don't exactly know what the purpose of them is in so, do they give me any additional power whenever I'm fighting? No good without Vagabond. That's what I figured. So it's just a way to score victory points right now. So, resolve. So I get to recruit. I can recruit anywhere that I have. I can recruit 1 in any location because this is a wild card, and I'm going to recruit 1 here because we're going to war. So now I can move. This might be a little ballsy, but I'm only going to move 2 here because I want to take control of this location. Then I battle. So we're battling here. So when you battle in this, and then when you battle, you roll these 2 custom dice. I think they're 10-sided die, D10s, but they only have 0s, 1s, 2s, and 3s. And when you roll, the attacker takes the high number, the defender takes the low number, and so I lose. He loses 1, and I lose 0. Now, if this was, let's say, a 2, and I had a 3, well, he still only has 1, so he loses his 1, but I still lose 2, which I had the 2 to lose. But I got lucky. I rolled a 1 and a 0, so I don't lose any, and he loses his 1 guy, which is perfect. When you're playing normally, the Marquis has the ability to prevent that from going all the way off the board, and you can send it back to its keep instead. So my battle was successful. Now, however, I have this card up here, and it's going to come back to bite me on my next turn, unless his next card is a fox, but because I cheated earlier, I know it's not a fox. So I'm gonna have turmoil my next turn. And now I can build, and I have this guy here, so I can build in this roost. I can build a roost. Yay! Ignore your disdain for trade when crafting. I forgot that I have this card. I'm the builder. So when I did do that crafting, I did get 2 victory points. So I am 1 point ahead of the Marquis the cat right now. The mechanical Marquis. Let's see, what's next? Oh, score victory points. So I score 2 more victory points because I have exposed 3 roosts. And now I get to draw 1 card plus 1 for each showing, which that last roost did expose a new draw card, so I get to draw 2 cards. Oh, and they're both... Yeah, thanks for the follow, R2, 3. They're both bird cards, so that's going to help me out quite a bit. It's not going to help me out with this turmoil I'm going to face on this not having this battle. Maybe I shouldn't have killed him. Oh, anyways, gotta thin the herd somehow. And that's the end of my turn. So now it's back to this guy. So he claims 2 anywhere he has at least 3, but he's not there yet. Then we battle. He has no place to battle. Oh, he can. Oh no, we have to expose the card. It's a bird card, and it only has 1 little thing. One fox. That actually is going to save my ass right there. This fox. I'm lagging way too bad to be doing any sound effects. Damn it. So, bird. This means that he battles everywhere. Oh no. Battle in clearings matching the order card. So it is a bird. So that does mean that he's going to battle me here because I assume he can battle anywhere. In clearings, a warrior pieces. If the clearing has multiple enemy factions, then the highest priority. That actually doesn't say. I assume that that's a wild card, which means he's going to battle everywhere. This one does not have the... Oh wait, you know what? The laws of root do have all the expansions in it. At least the current expansions that are out. Lizard Cult, River Folk. Let's see, Bird Song. That's the River Folk Company. It's the Electric Company. Marquis the Cat. Okay, so this doesn't have the mechanical marquee. Great. If anybody knows the answer to that one, that would be helpful. But if not, it's okay. We're going to say that he's going to battle me, so we're going to roll. So the battle ensues. Oh my gosh, he hurt me hard. I did no damage to him, but he dealt 3 to me. And then so because he dealt 2 to this, the third one actually goes to my token. So that goes back on my board. Now, if I recall correctly, anytime at all during the game that somebody removes another player's tokens, then they immediately gain a victory point. In battle. Whenever you remove an enemy building or token, even outside of battle, you score a victory point. So, congratulations, Marquis, you scored a victory point because you destroyed my house. You destroyed my roost. Poop. Okay. Moving on. No, I'm all sad and upset. So he beat me there. Now we move all but 3 warriors from clearings matching. So this is the part, okay, all but 3, I don't have that yet, so not important yet. So, now we move on to recruiting. We recruit 1 in all Fox locations. So that's here, that's a good thing, that prevents me from turmoil. Here, and here, and in his home base. And we discard this, and we draw a new one. Tokens or buildings. So we're still in good shape. He hasn't really done anything to us yet. I mean, I haven't made a lot of progress on the board, but I do about 1 more turn left before he starts going crazy on me. So my turn, Birdsong. My hand is not empty, so I don't draw anything. Now I get to add 1 or 2 cards to the decree. I have both of mine are birds. So I get to add 1. I'm actually going to add an additional 1 to the move. So I can move twice. Actually, no. I'm going to recruit twice. Do I want to recruit or do I want to move? I'm going to recruit. I need to recruit more. Especially if he's going to start really taking over control of the board. I have a bird that I can use the next turn to put on move, so that'll give me the ability to move to 2 locations, or from 2 locations. Make 2 movements, essentially. So, with that done, I get to recruit 2, and I'm going to recruit 2 more here because I have that roost. Now we get to battle, so we're going to roll. Roll them domes. I did 1 damage, so I got him out again. Lucky, lucky me. And now I can... Oh, I never did my bit on my move. I'm going to move 3 guys here to this location. That'll put me on all of the different types of symbols, and it'll give me control of this location. And it doesn't prevent me from having rolled that a second ago, since I kind of jumped the gun. So now I can build and put my roost on this location. Is everyone following so far? Okay. Now I get to... I guess I could have crafted. No, I couldn't have. I didn't want to. I have not won yet. It took me a while to get setup going, Logan, but now we're rolling. I have a feeling that if this next one is another bird, I'm going to end up in bad shape because he's going to have a lot of control of the board. Oh, he's going to fight me on this mouse one. Anyways, where was I? So now I score 2 victory points. I am in the lead, though. I will say that. I'm winning. I'm currently winning. I have not won. And now I get to draw 2 more cards because I have that second roost showing. Yes, another bird! Bird cards are wild if you haven't caught on to that, which lets you do stuff pretty much anywhere on the board. So now it's his turn. So he gains 2 for at least 3. He doesn't have any 3s yet. So now we reveal this card. It is a mouse. So we battle in mouse locations. So we do have 1 mouse location that he has people here. So he's right there. So we're going to roll for him. He takes 2, I take 1, so he loses 1, I lose 2. I still rule this location because my guys win in a tie. They rule even if there's a tie. I got too many little pieces over here. Oh, that sucks. Though you still, so what I did last night, Logan, I set up the 4-player game, and I walked through this walkthrough tutorial, the walkthrough rules. It has a whole walkthrough for all 4 turns for the first turn and the second turn. And then I went through and I did 2 more turns by myself just to feel how I could if I could get used to it, just to get the feel for it. And I got a pretty good understanding of all of the different characters and what they're doing and what their goals are, just from that. So I do think that even though you don't have the expansion to play solo, you still have more than enough to give a good, solid review. And so far my review is, there is a lot to this. If you're trying to sit down and play all 4 characters, there are 567 different rules you have to try to remember, because every character is basically its own game. But it was cool because now sitting down today and playing this with my own character against this, I get a much better idea of... Problem with the subscribe. How many months is that now? Gotta have a subscription dance break. Yes, Volps, it's just me tonight. We are doing solo root. We have a sick baby, and Beth still isn't feeling very good from a couple of days. 8 months in a row. Damn. Let's all give Prazen a round of applause. I think Rougarou is the only one that has more than that, because I think Rougarou, Prazen, and Caleb were like the founding members of this stream almost. Where was I? I think I was going on about being able to demo or review this, and my review being it's a game that I think after I play it a couple times and I understand all the different characters, I don't necessarily have to play as all the different characters. I just need to play and see the different characters to understand their strategy. That I think the game might be really, really deep, or it might just be that every character is so all over the place that it's really hard to grasp the concept. But that's not what I've heard. I've heard that it is there's a lot of deep strategy and it is a lot of fun if you give it the time and effort to understand it and the strategy of each different character. Then you'll really learn to love this game. I think the people that don't like it are the people that don't really like this whole idea of such asynchronous characters, or not asynchronous, asymmetric characters. I mean, there are very few games besides Vast, which was also basically made by these guys, that are this asymmetric, that you play, everybody's playing their own damn game, and it's hard to keep everything straight. Anyways, back to that. So I don't move yet because I don't have 3 or more players anywhere. Move all but 3. I don't have 4 or more, I should say. And so now I recruit. I recruit in any bunny village. So let's see, we get one here, and one here. That wasn't too bad. He literally has 2 on everything except for this location because I'm a badass and I just beat his ass. Kapow! And I've gotten really lucky, and these cards have only had one little icon on the bottom corner of them, so I haven't had a lot of explosive growth yet. Now he draws his 5th card for next turn. And in the evening phase, done. So now it's back to my turn. So here we go. Let's see what we're going to do here. I'm going to have to move these guys because I'm going to have to battle. No, shit. I'm going to have to, so I have to play, I can play 2 cards. I'm going to put an ambush on move because I need to be able to make 2 movements so I can get over here and fight. Because I have to be able to battle in the fox territory. And this is a fox territory, this is a fox territory. So I have to be able to move to one of those fox territories with a quickness to fight. Otherwise I have turmoil. What happens, just so you know, when the turmoil happens, if you cannot take an action in a decree. So remember, the decrees are the different columns: recruit, move, battle, build. Each card in the decree, which you build that up from turn to turn. I'm running out of room already. You build that up from turn to turn by adding cards to it. Each of those are the actions. And if I can't do one, because this one is a fox card, so it has to battle in a fox location, if I can't do that, then I'm humiliated. I lose 1 victory point per bird card in my decree, including my visors. I purge, I discard that whole decree, except for the visors. I become a new leader, and then I reassign my visors. So like right now I'm a builder, and I have, my visors are in recruit and move. I have 4 other types of leaders that do slightly different things. So if I can't do one of my actions, I'm going to lose my builder, which means that when I build stuff, I don't get 2 points for them anymore. I only get 1. And then I rest. Immediately end and move to daylight. So if I end on battle, I don't get to build. So, that said, we placed our 1 card, and we're gonna end that there. I don't like not putting bird cards up there. I don't know how many bird cards are in the deck. I don't think there's enough to be able to just do all bird cards. This is it's gonna get crazy quick, I think. Anyways, so I put my decrees up there. So now I start crafting. Can I craft anything? I don't have 2 fox locations. I do have this, but I don't. What does this do? Sappers. In battle as defender, you may discard this to deal an extra hit. I'd much rather use it as a bird card for my decrees. So with that, we're going to move on to resolving the decrees. So I get to recruit 2 people. I'm going to recruit anywhere that I have a roost. So I have a roost here, I'm going to recruit 2 there. Then I get to move. I get to make 2 movement actions. So I'm going to move these 3 guys to this location. And I'm going to move 2 of these guys, actually 3 of these guys to this location. Oh wait, did he place in the fox location last time? No, he didn't. He did the rabbit. Hold on, I forgot to place a guy there. Wasn't it rabbit? Yes, it was rabbit. It was this card. Yes, thank you. So now we battle. And we're battling right here in the fox. So he's got 2, I got 3. We tied 2-2, so he loses 2, I lose 2. Perfect. I get to maintain control, which means I can build a new roost right here. Yes. That roost will now, as we move into victory point scoring, scores me 3 points. 1, 2, 3 victory points. I'm jumping out in the lead, but I'm pretty sure it's about to start to go down. Actually, no, it's not. I still have probably 2 more turns before he's going to have more than 3 characters. So he really does this. Mechanical Marquee really doesn't start coming alive until there's 3 or more of these little guys on each of these clearings. Once he has more than 3, once he has his 4th guy, it's on. It's game over. I need to have my machine pumping at that time. Rolling down the tracks. I can't think of analogies right now. So now I draw 2 cards. Discard down to 5. I do have a max hand limit of 5. Some characters' hand limit increases the better they do. I don't remember who that was. I think it was the Alliance. So now it's on to him. He doesn't have 3 yet, so he doesn't score points. We do reveal the next card. Oh no, it's 2. It's doubly rabbits. So he's going to battle me in any clearing that I have rabbits in, starting in number priority. So this is 3 down here. So we're going to roll for this. 1 and 1, we both lose. But I get to keep my roost, I assume, because he didn't destroy it yet. He just destroyed my guy. 3 is that one. No, that's 4. Again, I told you I was playing upside down. I took a picture of it so I could look at it upside down without it being upside down. 5 is this one up here. 10 is that one here. That's all the rabbits. So we're good on battling. The defending player with the bonus pieces at victory points. Now I move all. I don't have 3 yet, so I don't move anything yet. Now I recruit. Now he recruits 2 in all the rabbit locations in order. I just closed my map. So he'll do 2 here, because I think I'm going to run out of guys. 2 here. But look at this. Now he's got 4 down there. 2 here. And his last 2 characters are 2 there. So now I just got screwed. Discard this, and we draw him a new one for next turn. Boop boop ba doo. Alright. My turn. I gotta figure out how to stop this from happening. It's gonna end quick now. See, I have 2 fox locations, so I can craft. And I have an ambush card I can't do anything with. So I'm going to recruit one in one of these mousy areas. Because if I keep this strong, I don't have to worry about him knocking it out. And then I'm going to play a bird card in the move or in battle. I have to be able to do it. Or do I do it under recruit? Do I recruit another guy? Or do I move, or do I start fighting more people? I think I need to start fighting people, because if I don't keep fighting, then they're going to slowly destroy me. And I'm okay with just building one roost at a time right now. So that's what I'm going to do. And it's a bird, so I can fight anywhere. So now we move on to daylight phase, which first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my 2 roosts to build this 2 fox piece, which is a sword, which I can take from here. They don't do anything because there's no vagabond in play. And with that, I get 2 victory points. Because I'm the builder, I do not have to worry about disdain for trade. So I'm at 13. Thanks for stopping by, Logan. Good luck on all of your hundreds of thousands of reviews you have to do. Okay. You know what? I'm going to use this opportunity as well, because I had 2 cards. I'm going to build this one as well, because you can build as many as you want, as long as you have those roosts. So that's 2 more victory points. So I'm halfway there. Like I said, I'm pretty sure it's going to go crazy. It's now that he has 4 characters in one location. In 3 locations. Because those are all going to score him 2 points. So he's looking at scoring 6 points at the beginning of his next turn. Anyways, I resolved my decrees, I did my crafts, now I get to score victory points. I get 3 more, 1, 2, 3, and I get to draw 3 cards. Oh wait, I never built. Oh no, wait, no, hold on, I skipped something. I skipped my whole turn. I just did 2 builds. I haven't done any of this stuff yet. So hold on, I don't get those 3. Only halfway. Okay, now I get to recruit. So I can recruit 2 guys here and 1 guy here in this mouse. Because of my actions, I have 2 birds, which lets me wild card. I can do 2 here, and then a mouse, which means it has to go in a mouse location that I have a roost. Now I can move to, I need to get into a fox. I have a fox territory, but I need to get into a fox territory to fight. And I can move twice. Let's see, where's a fox? Down here? Shit, I don't know if I can get there. I can get here. Can I go into there? I think their keep prevents me from ever going into this location. So then my battle... I need to move here. And since this isn't in any real danger at the moment, it could be in the future, but at the moment it's not. I'm going to move 1, 2. And I know I'm at a major disadvantage fighting 2 against 1, but I just need to fight in that location to prevent from not being able to accomplish that ability and causing my turmoil. So we're going to start. I'm going to fight these two guys first. We both scored 0, so nothing happens. Now I'm going to fight this location. And I scored 3 and he scored 1. Unfortunately, he did kill me, so I do not get anything additional there. Oh no! I can't build. I should have moved more guys over there. So I can't build in any... Wait, do I have to have... To the rules. Do I have to have rule that land to be able to build? I imagine I do. Build a roost and then you rule, and it has an open with an open slot and no roost. Dang it! So there's no getting around it. My build decree has failed me. So first and foremost, I lose 1 victory point because there is a bird in the decree. Then I purge the decree. I purge the decree except for visors, but my visors are over here. Now I flip my leader face down and choose a new one. So my new leader is move and build. So I have to adjust my visors. So he moves from recruit to build. And he is the despot. If you move at least 1 enemy building or token in battle, score 1. Oh, if you remove at least 1 enemy building or token, score 1 point. I thought you already did that. You already score 1 point when you remove an enemy build. Do I score 2 points then? Is it 1 additional point? But it's only in the 1 decree though, right? It's not the whole decree, is it? Or do I lose my whole decree? It's a bonus point. Lose 1 victory point in decree. The whole board? Oh my gosh. It seems almost unavoidable. I lost so much. So then I lose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 victory points? It's like half of my game just went away. I am disgruntled now. Very upset with this. That was some shit. I don't think I need this anymore. I think I've got this on the max. Ah! Alright. Now I score victory points. So I get 3 victory points, which is half of what I just lost in the decree, and I draw 2 cards. Fucking ambush cards. At least one of them's a bird. That is brutal. It's like painfully brutal. Okay, let's move on to the marquee because he's about to amp shit up. Do I have some... Can I get some dramatic music? Score 2 points. Per clearing, you rule with at least 3 warriors. He has 3, so he gets 6 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Reveal the next card. It's a mouse, and we do have a mouse location. So we're going to move. This is the part I don't fully understand. Move all but 3 of your warriors from clearings matching the card, following the priority. So I don't have any mouse clearings yet. I just have the rabbits. What happens if I don't have enough pieces? I only have the 1. I just go in order, in priority order, and place this where it's going to belong, where it'll belong, which would be, I can't tell from this angle. This location gets a 3rd. And that's all his pieces. Am I doing that right? Did I do that right? Oh, I think I skipped battling. Oh, wait. I did skip battling. Hold on. This goes back. So we're going to battle here because it's the only mouse location that he's got that has me in it. So he's going to roll. He can only do 1 damage, which he dealt 3 and I dealt 1. But he only has 1 guy, so he can only deal 1 damage. I think that's how that works. Now we place 1 in each location. So we'll do 1 will go here, and the next mouse priority is down here. So now look at that. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 locations. Which means his next turn he's going to get 10 victory points. 10 victory points. I just lost 6 victory points. That's going to put him at 20 points, and I was there. All right, my turn. I have 2 cards, birds. If your card is empty, draw 1. I don't want to do it. I need to recruit, and I guess I have to be able to build this turn, so I have to be able to go somewhere that I can build. So we're going to do what we did last time and put the fox on battle. I know it screwed me and it's going to screw me again. So I get to recruit 1 and it goes here. Now I get to move. Oh, I can only make 1 movement. Hold on, I don't want to do this. I'm reviving. Alright. Okay, we have to figure out how to take control of something this turn. I think I'm going to have turmoil again. I didn't put my guys in a very good spot to handle this type of situation. And I can have 2 movements if one of my movements is from a fox location. Let's do that. Feeling's gonna bite me in the ass again, but we'll do that. So, no, the cell doesn't help me. I'm not gonna battle this turn. I have to be able to build. I have to be able to build because of this stupid Dispot guy. Maybe I don't play my ambush. Maybe I don't put my recruit up there yet. Maybe I just put my bird up there and recruit somewhere and then move somewhere and then build. Here we go. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play my bird card. I'm going to do both. My fox is going to go on move, and my recruit is going to go on move. And I'm going to recruit 1 guy here. Then with my move, I'm going to use my first movement can be any location, so I'm going to use this mouse. I'm going to move all these guys over here. Then my second movement has to be from a fox, and I'm going to move all these guys up here. Now I rule this area, so I don't have a battle card, and I can build, and bam, I can build right there. Kapow! Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'll be here all night. So with that said, I gain 4 victory points. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's still going to have more victory points than me at the beginning of my turn. And I get to draw 2 cards. Not helpful at all. Okay, so his turn. Score 2 victory points. We rule at least 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, he doesn't rule here. He doesn't rule there. So that means he doesn't get points for that, but he gets points for this. So 2, 4, 6, 8. Which is better than 10. Not much better, but 2 points better. So, with that said, now we get our next... Oh, I never drew his card last game. That might have changed some things. Oopsie. Uh-oh. It's a spy. May play at no cost. In daylight, reveal an order. Then, if not discarded, you may swap any 2 orders. If the spy reveals a bird card, do I do that for him? That's just for me. But here's the problem. We still battle and move, right? But because there's no recruit, we go back and we do it all again. So I'll battle and move twice this turn. Is that how that works? Yep, that's how it sounds like it works. Because it's step 3, at the end of the step 3. So, this means he's going to battle in any location, in all locations, because he's a bird, I assume that's what that means. So, we're only in 2 locations. So we'll have him battle up here first, I think. Which one's first? Upside down board, where are you? Boop, 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 boop. Yep, this is the priority. 3 and 3. Oh, that means I killed him. He took out 3 of my guys, but I did clear off that spot. And now we battle down here. So he hits 2, I hit 1. Prevents me from losing my roost. He did lose, he lost 1. Alright. That wasn't so bad, except for it's going to happen again in a second. Now we move. So any location that has 3 moves to the next priority. So, what's this one? This one down here is a 4. This one has the highest priority. So 4 is going to move 1 guy to 12. 5 is going to move 1 guy to 2. 10 is going to move 1 guy to 12. And that's it. Did I do that right? Now we recruit, but we can't. So, guess what? We start this whole action all over again. Oh, it's another fucking spy. So now he's going to fight me in all of the bunny places. Luckily, there are no more bunny places, but he does move in all the bunny places. Nope, that doesn't happen anymore either. Honestly, that wasn't too bad. Just the first one screwed me. Because I just did all of my movement because the first one was a bird card. And the bird cards are wild. Now we get... Oh, no. It's one of everything. So first, we... battle in foxes, we move in foxes, we don't have any of that, but we recruit 1 in every location. So, he is... Now we go in our priority order. The board has this clearing priority, you just follow that. I think it goes 1 to 10, 1 to 12. It might go 12 to 1. 1 might be the lowest priority. 12 might be the highest. I may have been doing that wrong. In fact, thinking about it, I do believe that that's how it's supposed to be. I think I've been doing it a little bit backwards. So I think in priority, we get one here, here, and here, because it makes sense for them to be more centered on the board than out on the corners, especially this corner up here that nobody can go in, which is priority 1. So I did 1, 2, 9 is here. Okay, so he still has a fair amount of board control that's gonna come back and get me. It's gonna get me. Alright, we discard this. Now he only has 2 cards, so we have to draw him back up to 5. So we'll draw his 3 cards. And it's my turn. Now, my turn, I don't have a whole heck of a lot to work with here, especially since I only have 2 guys on the whole damn board. But I do have a lot of roosts, so I'm actually going to put both of these cards in my recruit action. Because I have roosts in all of those locations. So with that, I get to recruit 3 people. So I get to do 1 in a rabbit location, or 1 in a bunny, 1 in a rabbit, and 1 anywhere else. Now, I do have to remember, I have to be able to build at the end of my turn, and I don't think I'm going to be able to do that unless I move from here to here. No, I have to... Oh, I can't, because if I have 3 guys here, I control that location, because these guys win with ties. These guys could win rule with ties. It's hard to say. Okay, so now we move on to crafting, which I'm not doing, and we do the resolve, the decree. So we're going to recruit, which I just did. I kind of did that first. Now we're going to move, and I'm going to move all 3 of these guys to this location. Oh no! Hold on, we screwed up. How many guys did I have here originally? 2? Because I just placed these 3 guys. So what I needed to do is that. So I recruited to these 3 locations because I can recruit to a rabbit, a mouse, and a bird, and I'm using this as my bird. I think I used that as my bird last time. Or maybe I didn't, maybe I had this guy up here. But I need to do it this way because I have to be able to move on my next one from the fox. So this is going to move here, then these guys are going to move here. Now, I don't battle anybody, but I do build. I build my 6th roost on the board. Okay. My 6th is built. And that ends my guy's turn. So I score victory points. I score 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to win. And I get to draw 3 cards now. No damn birds. I need birds. I think I've got them all. Alright, so his turn. So we remove at least 1 enemy building. Oh, it's the bonus. He gets 2 for each clearing. I think he's going to win. Let's see. 2 for each clearing that he rules. He doesn't rule this anymore. So it's 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Is that right? That puts him at 28 points. Reveal a card. Fox. Oh no, where's the foxes? Down there. So there's nothing there to battle. He will battle me here. So he's gonna take over my roost there, which does give him one more point. Where's the last fox? Here? There's 4 on the board. Where's the 4th one? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, perfect. So that doesn't hurt me too bad. Now he needs to move from fox locations that he has 3 or more of. He doesn't, so there's no moving. Now he recruits in rabbits, but he has no guys to recruit, so his turn is over. He will win next turn if I can't somehow score 10 victory points. I don't think I won. Let's draw him a new card. Scooch all these down. Oh no, they won't flip. Can't get them back in the slot. Alright, so he went, it's my turn. I have 3 cards and I need 10 victory points. It sucks that I'm not a builder anymore because this card gives me 3 victory points if I build. I could have 8 right there. So how do I prevent him from winning? I need to shut down all of his spots. But I don't think I have the ability to do that. I'm pretty sure this is it. This is over. So let's say that would be 2 if I did that. I think we have to battle and we have to move. We have to get into spots to take over rule. I don't think there's any possible way to get this. Technically, all I need to do is to get 5 points now, and end my turn. No, 6 to end my turn at 30. 6 points, and then I'll get 1 for the root, 4 for the roost. Unless I can build 2 roosts, but I don't think I can get enough control on the board to build 2 roosts. Is movement to or from a card that matches the symbol? Or just to from a card that matches my symbol? This just says in a matching clearing. Oh, from a matching clearing. So I can only move from the card into the certain clearing. Suggestions, anybody? Are you sure it's to or from? Because the board only says from. I'm not saying I don't believe you. The rule book says move at least 1 warrior from a matching clearing. I think the marquee is to or from. No, the marquee is march. And his marching had the ability to do to or from something that he rules. Thank you, Ruguru. You were no help. Well, I think my best bet here is to probably fight. I wish he didn't have so much going on here, because if I destroyed this token, that would be worth 1. That would be worth 2. I could craft these two items, and that would be worth 1, 2, 4, and I need 10 to win. I'm 6 points away. Nope, I don't think I've got this. I'll build the, oh well, that's late. Let's just add this to the battle, mouse battle. Let's recruit. We'll recruit 1 in the rabbit. One in this mouse. And 1 anywhere else that I have a roost. Go here so I don't have turmoil. So now we get to move, so I'll move from the fox into here. We're gonna battle there, so moving these guys isn't worth doing anything. So I'll just move this guy up here. Now we battle in the mouse region. He deals 0 damage, I deal 3, so he's out. And I can build a roost. Shit, that was what I forgot to do. So I have turmoil on top of everything else. I'm not even going to go through the hassle. Because I would have gotten 4, but what I would lose 6. No. Lose 1 victory point, so I'll lose 3. And then I gain +4. So I'm at 21. And at the start of his turn, he gains 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 more victory points. Boy, that sucked. I don't know what I did wrong. What really hurt me. Why are there so many mice? Well, because he's the mechanical marquee, and I didn't control the board enough, and he got 2 cards in a row that just gave him all kinds of stuff. Basically emptying out his cats. Yeah. Well, I don't know if there's anything I don't know what my strategy could have been different. I was doing a really good job of getting these roosts out here. I have almost all 7 of my roosts out. I don't think I was crafting enough cards, but taking that first turmoil hit, really, really hurt me. Because I lost 6 points right there. If this game would have been different, if I would have done that, I would have started this turn at 26, and I could have won. Because I could have built the 2 things and just finished my turn, and I would have had, as long as I didn't go through turmoil. Even with turmoil, I only lost technically 1 point with that turmoil, that last turmoil. I still would have ended the turn with 4 more points. That would have put me at 32. So, looking back at it, what caused me to lose the game was taking that 1 turmoil for not being able to battle in a fox region. So, there we go. So this was Root Solo. So to do this, for those of you, Root Group, that are interested, you have to first purchase the base copy of Root by Leader Games, followed by the Riverfolk expansion, which is what includes the mechanical marquee character. If you do those 2 things, you can play this solo all day long.
I'm